Hey, what's up? This is Chosen, and in this video, we are going to be talking about this rumor here. Diablo 4 may launch in April of 2023, because I think that is a massive hoodwink. So I promised I would cover this on the channel of when we expect Diablo 4 to launch and why I think this is inaccurate to say that it is going to be out by April 2023. So let's get into it. Alrighty, so up above, I've got some footage that that Blizzard allowed to be out, showing the pre-alpha in development phase. Obviously not final version of. So this isn't like leaked footage or anything. This is just some of the official footage that is out there from Diablo 4 to watch while we're kind of talking about this stuff here. But we have got an article from we've got articles from like MSN, Eurogamer.net, all sorts of stuff talking about this Diablo 4 release date launch of April 2023, which I think there is no way that's going to happen. But first, let's go over this article and kind of react to it and give you some context here. So it seems that Diablo 4 may be set for an April 2023 release window, according to the latest information from a number of sources. Activision Blizzard's long-awaited next entry in the revered Diablo franchise is already known to be slated to launch sometime in 2023. Well, that's accurate. Known is a strong word. It's already like kind of soft confirmed from Blizzard that they're well, it's planned for 2023 would be the better word. But a more accurate window of time is yet to be announced in an official capacity. I also don't like when people talk like according to latest information from a number of sources. Like that, I mean, that could mean like random people on Twitter. That could mean random people on Reddit. Like I like it when people say exactly what, just latest sources. Like that doesn't really mean anything. Diablo 4 is supposed to revitalize the franchise as a prime offering and on PCs and consoles after its mobile-centric predecessor Diablo Immortal came to widely criticized for its monetization scheme. Though the specifics of Diablo 4's own monetization haven't yet been made known, the early gameplay leaks and other assorted information appear to be rather promising so far. Yeah, what they're talking about here is that, so far, Diablo 4 is very adamant that it will not be pay to win. It is going to be a very Diablo 2-esque grind for what you get. They are confirmed to have seasons pretty close to launch. Like within a few months of launch, they're going to try to have their first season. They're going to have battle passes as part of those seasons, but they're supposedly only going to be containing things like cosmetics and not like bonus XP or buying gear or legendary gems in Diablo Immortal, nothing like that. So that's what they mean by promising so far. We got according to information sourced by Windows Central. Okay, that's good. They're telling us where it came from. Diablo 4 is slated to launch in April of 2023. Specifically, this was first suggested by the Xbox Era podcast, though Windows Central claims that separate sources have also tentatively corroborated as much. Blizzard did announce that Diablo 4's closed beta is ending soon, with the game's public testing phase kicking off in early 2023. The timeline of which would certainly support these unofficial reveals. I don't know about that. Said sources also claim that Blizzard would use the Game Awards 2022 to kick off Diablo 4's allegedly substantial media blitz campaign. Now, so, okay, if we are going to, like, I would say maybe that's true. We get a public beta for Diablo 4 in early 2023. That's possible. I don't see how we would have a public beta. Let's say it's in like February. If they're wrapping up their closed beta soon, I doubt they're going to turn around like a couple weeks later and have a public beta. They're probably going to take that information, go back to the lab, work on stuff for a couple months, and then start planning an open beta, I would assume. I doubt they rip down the closed beta and then 2 weeks later do an open beta. So let's say like February or March for like, I think February is a pretty decent expectation for an open beta. And then if that open beta goes for a couple weeks or a month, now you're already into March and we're supposed to hit a live launch of April 2023 of a full blown release. like, I don't see it. Like, I'll be the first person to do a video here going like, wow, I was wrong, and I have to completely reevaluate how I am thinking about Blizzard release dates and AAA releases in general, because that will blow my mind. If this game launches April 2023, full blown, ready to go, I'll be sitting here like jaw wide open making a video like, wow, I was wrong. So like, honestly, I wrote an article about this a while ago on our website, diablopro.gg, and what I was saying is most likely we see fall of 2023. Usually Blizzard releases their big titles around like May or June, or October, November. So it's either kind of like late spring, super early summer, right when kind of kids are getting out of school, college kids are wrapping up classes, and we go into like that summer break where people have a little bit more time to game. Or they try to hit that holiday season around like Thanksgiving, Halloween, where people are kind of like coming into having some time off for the Christmas holiday season, is usually, not always, but usually when Blizzard likes to hit these release windows. So I think it's perfectly realistic to say we wrap up the open beta in like early 2023. It starts in like February, it ends in March. Blizzard goes back to the lab, they work on it April, May, June. Then we start getting some hype about the release, and then we hit that release window towards the later part of 2023. I think that's perfectly realistic. Now, I wouldn't be shocked, honestly, if this thing comes out in April of 2024. Like I would be less surprised if the game came out in April of 2024 than if it came out in April of 2023, because we see this all the time. Like, plans change, plans get derailed, things come up, things happen, bugs happen. Diablo Immortal was supposed to originally come out on that later release frame of the October-November window of 2021, and it got delayed to the earlier window of 2022. So I think it's perfectly realistic that the planned Diablo 4 release date gets delayed and ends up actually being 2024. I'm not saying that's going to happen. I'm saying it wouldn't shock me because delays happen all the time in these release dates. But for the game to hit the live launch of April 2023 would completely shock me. But to wrap up their thoughts, they go on to say 2022 has had plenty of Diablo 4 leaks, suggesting features both big and small, and much of the new information fits with what's already known about the game. For example, Blizzard is bound to pivot Diablo 4 into a live service game, not dissimilar to what's being done with recent Call of Duty titles, and new information suggests that Season 1 of Diablo 4 will be going live sometime in Q3 of 2023. This would, from the looks of it, give early adopters some time to play through the base content before kicking things off with service editions. Being one of the most hyped upcoming games of 2022, Diablo 4 has potential to turn back the franchise to its roots. All promotional material suggests that Blizzard is looking to leverage the classic Diablo aesthetic and atmosphere over the milder, more cartoonish looks of Diablo 3. That's absolutely true. You can see for yourself up top. Diablo 4 is very dark, heavy themed. It is not the bright colors all over the screen craziness of Diablo 3. That's definitely fair, which is precisely what fans have been asking for all along. The game itself is therefore likely to satisfy franchise veterans at launch, with future seasonal content likely to keep them coming back for more over a long period of time. They absolutely have to get that right. Seasons are kind of what the meta is now in breathing life into ARPGs. With Path of Exile, Diablo 3, and all these games like that, you need seasonal content with kind of hyped up new mechanics coming to the game for players to theory craft and try new things out, and then kind of everybody gets super hyped starting from scratch every few months. I think that's definitely the meta of future ARPG success. At the same time, it is worth pointing out that Diablo Immortal has reportedly made over 300 million. We did a video on the channel here yesterday about this, making it an incredibly successful foray for the franchise. With this in mind, it's all but certain that Blizzard will attempt to apply some of Immortal's own lessons to Diablo 4 when push comes to shove. The only question being how far its monetization might end up going. Yeah, I mean, games like Diablo 4 are going to cost probably over $100 million to develop, maybe even up to like 200 million. So like when you add in like marketing and everything that goes into it. So it's obviously not crazy to think the game has to make money somehow. Will the sticker price be enough? Probably. You know, we saw, I think Diablo 3 is one of the top 5 selling games of all time. So when you couple the sticker price of Diablo 3 plus the releases of things like Reaper of Souls expansion pack, the Rise of the Necromancer DLC pack that was like 15 or 20 bucks, Diablo 3 made plenty of money to justify itself as a development cost for a game without needing anything like the pay-to-win mechanics. That's not even including the auction house shenanigans where Diablo 3 probably made a bunch of money off of taxing people on real money transactions in the auction house, and then they eventually pulled it down. And then like the post auction house days, Diablo 3 was actually a pretty solid game without being pay to win. So hopefully Diablo 4 goes that route, because I think they can make plenty of money if they just make a good game to justify the sticker price, and they have like cosmetic battle passes to support the developer and future content. I think the game will do just fine as long as they put a good product on the field. So yeah, that's my thoughts. The too long didn't watch summarized version is, I expect the game to actually go live in November of 2023, and then to get our first season around April of 2024. But let me know what you think down below. Always enjoy reading your perspectives as well, and remember to subscribe on your way out if you enjoy Diablo content. I'll see you soon in the next video. Thanks for watching. Peace.